In our 2021 Outlook, we highlighted 5 key forces that we thought would define the global recovery. The first key force was the trajectory of COVID-19 and the impact vaccines might have. Granted, we are currently in the middle of a fairly severe winter wave, and new strands of virus are concerning, but daily cases have started to trend down over the last few weeks. In addition, rapid progress is being made on the vaccine front. More and cheaper vaccines have been approved, and existing vaccines are being updated to increase their efficacy. Countries like the US, UK, and Israel are racing ahead to inoculate their populations. Based on this progress, can we tell if vaccines are starting to play a role already? Broadly, it's too early to tell, but there is encouraging evidence from Israel, which is leading the global vaccination race at the moment. The Israeli Ministry of Health has released data that suggests that almost 750,000 people over the age of 60 who were studied after their vaccine regimens, only 38 ended up hospitalized with COVID-19. Another study conducted by the Maccabee Healthcare Services found that only 31 people out of 163,000 who had been fully vaccinated became infected with COVID-19 in the first 10 days of protection. The vaccine trials showed both strong efficacy and, perhaps more importantly, they drastically reduced the risk of severe illness or hospitalization. Israel will also be a good test to see how effective the vaccines are at reducing transmission. At the current inoculation rate, if we see the number of cases fall substantially in the next several weeks in Israel, it could mean that vaccines are having a powerful impact on transmission. So will the vaccine rollout accelerate from here? Well, the limiting constraint at the moment is supply. There are still not enough vaccines for emerging markets, let alone at affordable prices. So the rollout is pretty uneven, with a few economies leading while the rest of the world is generally lagging. This is a concern, as no economy is an island. As we know, the virus cannot be under control anywhere unless it is under control everywhere, especially as new viral variants are emerging around the globe. That said, progress should pick up in Asia in the coming months. China will likely ramp up inoculation in March. In Hong Kong, vaccination should start in Q2. India also expects to roll out a mass vaccination program in Q2. Indonesia, Malaysia, Korea, Singapore, Taiwan, and Thailand vaccination programs are scheduled to start in the second half of this year. The Philippines is also looking at a Q4 2021 and early 2022 as a possible start date. In summary, we still think the vaccine rollout this year will play a key role in helping to reduce the economic costs of the pandemic, even as it might not be rolled out sufficiently broadly to end the pandemic. For now, we think it makes sense to stick with the position we have recommended: a tilt towards stocks relative to bonds, and a focus on individual companies and sectors that could benefit from pent-up demand and mobility in a vaccinated world.